Welcome to the Game of Risk, everyone. I'm your host, OliveXC, a top player at this game, and today we are doing Tutor Tuesday, where I review a subscriber game and help them, and you the viewer, get better at the game of Risk. Today's game comes from Harlow the Hawk, who is playing a progressive game on the classic map. Go check him out on YouTube as well. He has a Spanish-speaking channel. As I look at the game right here, I'm already noticing something very unique where the green player is card skipping on the first turn. Now, this may not necessarily be a bad move because the green player may be trying to card skip, and by getting the last card on 5, they'll be able to get a really big trade in for later. However, against public randoms, I prefer not to be card skipping on the first turn. And this is because in case other players are going to be trading in early in progressive games, I want to be able to punish them in case they're trading in early, so I can still get a good trade in on 8 or 10, instead of potentially waiting a little bit and someone with a trade on 12 tries to take me out or something like that. We also notice that the black player on progressive is doing something really smart. They're immediately trying to leave Australia to preserve troops and stay spread out along the map. They can easily hide down here in Madagascar, hide right here as well, and they are going to be more than fine right now. The purple player on their end is just prioritizing trying to get Australia because, guys, no Australia, no win. We all know this. It's hilarious. And on the pink player's side, they recognize that they're going to be losing the Australia, so they immediately try to take the value out of their troops and are spreading out along the map, which is overall pretty smart. On your end right here, our protagonist is the white player. You have a couple of good positions, and you're placing mostly in Europe right now. I don't think you really needed to place there as much because you already had a pretty solid position. The only thing I'd be worried about of placing in North America is if green chooses to be a continental type player and go for this, they may try to remove you from the position, especially if they're more aggressive. I would have prioritized placing a little bit more troops down in the South Africa region, as that will allow you to be spreading out more easily and be safe. The black player on their turn is leaving most of their troops down in the Siam region. Or are they? They were highlighting it there before. No. Okay, now they're doing the right thing by placing their troops down in Africa. And they're setting themselves up to have a 3-position game. One in the corner of Europe, one down here, and then one on the side of the map. Ideally, if they could have got something in the middle of North America, their position would be perfect. But overall, they're mechanically acting pretty fine right now. They can choose to be either in Madagascar or East Africa with no issue whatsoever. And the purple player is successfully able now to take and hold Australia. You can see right now there are 23 troops, or a little bit behind the other players. Now in progressive, you're only going to be staying in the game for about 8-9 turns. So it's going to be taking the purple player around 2 turns to recoup the troops. And by that time, the card trade-ins are going to be starting. So the purple player is only getting around 2 or 3 extra troops. And they're lacking mobility because they're all right here. They only have 1 position on the board away from Australia. And if they lose that, they're going to lack all ability to attack around the map. Especially if the green player decides to be aggressive and go for North America in case they're a bad player. So overall, I would not be happy with the purple player's move. I would be expecting the black player to be attacking upwards and then moving their army there to maybe eventually move into North America to spread out, so they're not getting punished. If the black were to hit them, they would be in a lot of trouble. Now, on our protagonist's turn, Harlow is focusing on getting out of Europe because it looks like the pink player wants to get into Europe, and they're trying to avoid conflict. This is a very good move in progressive games because you want to make sure you're staying spread out along the map. You're also no longer leaving any troops in North America because you acknowledge that the green player who's going all in and leaving troops in this location will just eventually decide to hit it. And what? What is the black player doing? Why did they just crush all the purple player's troops? This is a horrible decision right here. Look at this. They thankfully had a good roll, but they're at 22 troops, so they're a little bit behind all the other players. They made a mortal enemy out of the purple player, and now the purple player will probably just be attacking them all game, and rightfully so. And they're not going to be able to take and hold Australia because the blue player could easily go and take it from them. And now look, the purple player immediately smacked black really hard because they're annoyed and for very, very good reason. And now look, there's mutually assured destruction between the black player and the purple player. It is a mistake to be going for continents and progressive. You need to be spreading out and taking players when it's worth it for their cards. It was just a very silly decision by the black player to be attacking like that. The blue player has managed to avoid conflict, and look at them. They are at a very, very high number of troops of 29 right now, spread out within Asia, North America, South America, and in a key location too. They are doing more than fine for themselves. And I like what pink is doing as well. They have their 3 positions in North America, Europe, and Argentina. Argentina is an amazing spot for progressive games. So really, really nice play. You can also see Harlow right here using the slider to minimize their troop loss when attacking. It's not needed as much when the troop counts are low, but hey, if you can show off and use your mechanical skill and you have the time for it, then definitely go for it. And now we can see our favorite players, black and purple, going at each other, and black just really wants Australia, but they're not even taking it. It also looks though the green player card skipping was good because they're not getting attacked at all. And purple is having none of it because they know that their game just got almost completely ruined by black, and they're acting a little bit emotionally. But that's just the risk of going for a continent progressive. Sometimes people go no Australia, no win over you. And now blue, who's been biding their time, can now just take over Australia. You're not taking Australia? Why? What are you doing, blue player? Oh my gosh, this game, guys, is driving me insane. What is going on right now? So many mistakes by so many players. Literally the only people that have been playing competently, where I don't think there's been any mistakes, would be the pink player, who again is spread out and is doing a very fine game for themselves. Our protagonist, the white player, again, the only thing I think that would be good on their end is to strengthen their Africa position a little bit and maybe move their position over here over to Asia. Green at least has been okay, keeping a 2-position game for themselves. Even though blue isn't taking over Australia, at least they're staying spread out. So there's no kind of significant mistakes being made. Now at this point, I'd say you're kind of over-attacking, leaving a little too many troops. Again, I would have placed the troops down in South Africa. Having those couple extra troops down there would be helping you out a little bit. But you are keeping yourself spread out in the upper right of Asia, which is helping. And green never has ended up attacking you in North America, so you've had tremendous options for attacking players around the map. And we can see it now because you were never placing troops down there in South Africa. You've now lost the position. If you had left a 5 right there again, and then slowly move this outwards, again, you would have been naturally more spread out and doing pretty good for yourself. Purple player, who has nothing to lose, is again going for their continent. But if blue has a set and they just want to hit the purple player, they may absolutely choose to do it. No way. Is the blue player? Okay, the blue player is going to trade in, and they're going to hit purple again. And everybody's just saying oof right now. The blue player could almost have even eliminated the purple player if they wanted to, but it's not worth it for their cards, given that they are only on 2 troops, and the set bonus is only worth about 8 right now. It means each card's worth about 3 right now, so total value of the purple player is 6 troops. They're at double, so it's not worth taking them out. If anything, blue has a nice kill guard on them right now. which is very interesting. And now you're considering trading in and taking out the black player. The black player is at 5 troops right now, and the bonus is at 8. So now the bonus is at 10, so each troop is worth about 3. So the value is worth about 15. So it is just worth it right now, but there's a little bit of extra territory right here. But you're getting extra troops, you're getting a new trade-in overall. You had a really bad roll on their army. It was a little unfortunate, but now you're going to be getting a trade-in on the next turn. You have 3 soldiers, which is really, really nice. And now you're at 38 troops right now. This is very, very safe, and you're keeping your army open and flexible, ready to attack as needed. You also have 3 soldiers and will be able to easily trade in on the next turn and be absolutely safe for yourself. And now we can see the purple players just completely card skipping. They know that their game is kind of done at this point, and they get one more card. The blue player will just eliminate them. Or the blue player can bot out and they get eliminated anyway. Oh my gosh, I love this game sometimes. That's why I love having this channel of risk. You just see the silliest things going on. Player trading in, and they're spreading out very nicely. I like leaving the troops right here in Japan, and they're spreading out. Although they have to be a little bit careful with the bot right here. They may eventually attack the 13 if they don't move that 13 out. And now we get to your decision right here. You're currently sitting at around 35 troops. The trade-in is worth 15. And then afterwards, it'll be worth 20. So if it's 20 troops, that means each troop is worth about 7 troops, so 35 total. It could actually be worth it to eliminate you. So I probably would be trading in right here, because if the green player decides to do something crazy, they may just try to make a move eliminating you. And even if they fail, the pink player will then probably swoop in, take you out, and probably take the game. So I don't like the fact that you're skipping right here. After you get to around the 15 to 20, having cards on 4 is nearly a death sentence. And oh no. Harlow, no. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the green player is going for this. Oh my gosh, I don't think I had a good enough roll. Oh my gosh, see, when sets get to 15, you really needed to trade in, because sometimes a player can make a desperado move. And now your game's about looking done at this point. It would have been better for the green player to take out the purple player. It was a lot safer. They could have got the extra cards, then got another trading going. Probably would have been fine, but going for you just ends both of your games. The pink player just has to wrap up the game and take it for themselves right now. Yeah, all they have to do is put everything on their 13, attack outwards, and you're done. There's nothing that you can do. So GG's to the pink player for wrapping this up, and they even have a set on 3. Yeah. Sorry, Harlow. And okay, they take out purple first, which is fine, because the purple invaded them, but what? How are you staying alive right now? I can't believe this. You're still alive? How did pink not take you out? This makes no sense. So you're going to try to take out the green player, and I think this is the right move. You'll get another trade-in right afterwards. So you're going for it. You need to get some good rolls. It's going to be risky. The rolls were not good enough. Harlow. Yeah, this all happened, by the way, Harlow, because you just did not trade in earlier before. The green player was making a lot of mistakes, probably would have attacked pink, and pink would have over-attacked, and then you could have just then traded in and then took them all out. Green's only on a couple troops left. All pink has to do is take green out, and we can see, because green was invaded before, that they'll be able to wrap up, because again, bots don't count. You've been playing a good game, kind of spreading out, but it's always important to know when to trade in. The bot hitting pink kind of sucks on pink's end, but again, pink has so many troops. Or no, their 12 can actually go in and guarantee the kill on green. That's what they should be doing. But they even have a set. They just got to take out blue, put all your extra troops down, take out you, then mop up the bot, and that's going to be game. Pink player, just take out the green player. Take out the green player. Take out the green player. No! What is going on? What the flop? What is this game? Oh my gosh. So now Harlow is getting the kill on the green player. They're getting all of these cards, and they're going to be able to save their wild just by using the 3 cannons. There you go. And now you have 3 horsies to use for later. Now you can just smack pink. And by the way, oh wait, no, smacking blue. That makes so much more sense. Oh my gosh, Harlow. Oh my gosh, I love this, man. You're taking out the blue bot for their cards. You'll get another trade-in. You do kind of place a little bit of extra troops of what's necessary right here, but mechanically it doesn't really matter. You're limiting the players. You're getting the snowball effect. All you gotta do is put everything in a line to take out pink in this side, and then, okay, you're taking out Japan. That's fine. Honestly, you have such a huge lead in troops, it doesn't matter too much. So you don't get the best roll, and you attack South America instead of Europe, so you gave the pink player a little bit of extra troops. Harlow, this is one of the craziest progressive games that I have ever seen, like right here. If you guys are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing, and make sure to follow me on Twitch. But again, thank you to Harlow for sending in this game right here. This is OliveXC signing off.